Welcome to the final photo diary in our trip to Arran. In this photo diary, we're off the island and heading home. The Crinan Canal. It starts at Ardrishaig on Loch Fyne and ends 9 miles away at Crinan on the Sound of Jura. It was designed to provide a quick link between the west coast and the islands at one end and the Clyde Estuary at the other, so avoiding the long voyage around the Kintyre Peninsula. Work started in 1794 and it opened in 1801, 2 years late and over budget. Early problems led to Thomas Telford being asked to redesign parts of the canal in 1816. At its 9 miles from Ardrishaig to Crinan, there are 15 locks and the canal reaches a height of 65 feet above sea level. The summit reach of the canal is relatively short, and every time a boat goes through the locks, about 300,000 litres of water is used. No fewer than 7 reservoirs feed the summit to try and ensure that the Crinan Canal does not run dry. The Birks of AberFeldy. The Birks of AberFeldy is a circular walk through the mature mixed woodland on the western outskirts of AberFeldy. Originally called the Dens of Moness, the Birks, from the Scots for birch trees, overlook the Falls of Moness and line the slope of the Moness gorge. The Birks of AberFeldy were named after a poem of the same name by Scotland's national bard Robert Burns, who penned the Birks of AberFeldy in 1787. Much of the gorge is designed as a site of special scientific interest for its botanical features, and it is likely that there has been continual woodland cover here for the last 8,000 years. The gorge is a place of immense natural power and beauty in any season, but perhaps most photogenic in the cooler days of late autumn. Diary, the 10th of October 19. Crinan Canal. Arran is a great place, but we need to head for drier locations. We caught the last ferry of the day. Goodbye Arran, we will be back. We head to Crinan for the night and stop via a takeaway that did Chinese and Indian food. Then we chill and relax and work out what we're going to do tomorrow before heading off to bed. Oh, before that we had some Arran chocolate. Very nice. 11th of October 2019. The Birks of AberFeldy. After a morning of watching the boats passing through the lochs at Crinan, it was time to head off. Lindsay wanted to try AberFeldy, so that is where we are headed. The lochside road along Loch Tay has not improved, but then neither, it appears, have the drivers. We survived and arrived at our destination. Our first impressions are not good, but only because it has been very busy, and of course the lochside road. However, we got almost level and got the kettle on. I went for a wander to calm down, and it's a great spot for that. Later, all we had was trees, water and quiet, when the car park itself quieted down. Lindsay went for a walk and did not return until after dark. Settled in, and then we listened to music on the radio with a dram before bedtime. Twelfth of October 2019. Craigvinean Forest. After breakfast we set off to walk the trail that inspired Burns to write the Birks of AberFeldy. Shortly into the trail we met him, sitting on a bench. Okay, it was a statue. The trail is steep with many steps if you follow the left side of the gorge. The opposite side has no steps, just a slope. On the way down we found this out. The views are worth the climb to the top. There are 5 geocaches on the trail. The biggest challenge collecting them is avoiding being seen by the non-geocache folk, muggles, and you do not need a GPS once you have seen them on the app or map, because they are easily found by the tracks that give away their presence. After some lunch, on our return to Desmond, we decided to move. The car park was very busy, and so we headed for another, busier car park nearby at the Hermitage near Dunkeld. However, there is another spot very close, accessed by the Hermitage car park, that is smaller and much quieter. This car park was busy, but soon everyone had gone and we had the forest almost to ourselves. Lindsay walked to a folly, but I had enough walking for one day, so stayed in Desmond. Tonight is our last night before we head north for home. Time for a dram to console myself with having to head home. Craigvinean Forest. Craigvinean Forest forms part of the Tay Forest Park and is situated 1 mile north of Dunkeld in Perthshire. Forming part of the Tay Forest Park in Perthshire, the forest is one of Scotland's oldest managed forests. Created from larch seed planted by the Dukes of Atholl, some 27 million conifers were planted in and around Dunkeld between 1738 and 1830. The lower forest slopes are a mix of Scots pine and beech trees, while the upper slopes include many larch. The name Craigvinean is Gaelic for Crag of the Goats, and the forest has been popular since the Victorian times. An extensive path network runs through the forest, which is suitable for both walkers and cyclists. Longer distance routes run from Dunkeld and the neighbouring Griffin Forest and on to AberFeldy. October 13th 2019. Time to head for home. The car park is very busy today, so we head off early. Well, after the rugby starts anyway. We've had a great week and the weather has improved now we are heading for home. We had a usual pit stop at Newton Moor and then the final leg saw us home. I hope you can join us Friday for the final video from our journey, the Arran Adventure. Thank you for watching Desmond Starters. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and video as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.